Hi, everybody. It's Sheila Keeter here. I am your teacher for inclusion. I have a Teachers Pay Teachers shop, as well as a blog called Teacher for Inclusion. Today, I'd like to talk to you about inspiration and bundles. The first inspiration is I want to encourage people to learn from other TPT sellers, whether that's on YouTube, Instagram, or the TPT conference. For example, I paid $60 for the conference. I watched every single one of the videos. I got up at 5 a.m. and really made myself participate in all the lives. And I got one inspirational idea that now makes me $1,000 extra in my store per month. I make around $3,000 per month. And one of those thousands is a new thousand that I make since the TPT conference. So I hear a lot of people saying, don't go to the conference, it's a waste of money. Don't watch YouTube videos, it's a waste of money. Don't look at Instagram. And yes, there is a degree where people can go past the normal healthy range of watching or looking at social media. However, don't underestimate the power of an inspirational idea. Most or a lot of the products that I make come from ideas from other TPT sellers. Another good one is to go on to Facebook and join some Facebook groups and look at questions that other TPT people have. So today, I'm going to talk about bundles. And when I've always bundled, and I've always bundled like items. So I would put together like a bundle of short stories, a bundle of nonfiction articles, a bundle for a novel study. So I might have activities, lesson plan, essay, that sort of thing, and bundle it all together. But when I was watching the TPT conference, someone was talking about bundling unlike items. And bundling unlike items brought me to about 75 more resources, and they have done very well. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of my bundles. Now, you might have a completely different store that has completely different items in it, and that's okay. Because the idea or the theme for this video is for you to think outside the box. That always happens. Easel always pops up, and I don't use Easel. Sorry, TPT. All right, so let's take a look at my store. And what I did, that's the wrong store. I have a We Are Graphic Novels shop, and I do all things graphic novels. And I also have a novel study shop where I primarily focus on novel studies, but I also have a lot of other items that sell in my shop. Okay, so this is my main shop. And I'm gonna go ahead and put us on the product listings page. And I'm going to show you how what I do is I read a book, I read a novel, I analyze the novel, I create a novel study, which is various and multiple items that you put into one resource. So most of mine are pricier items. My one novel study is $19.75, okay, but you get everything that you need for like 6 weeks to execute a successful lesson. So when I bundled, what I decided to do is I took a novel study, but then added like a short story and maybe a nonfiction article to it. And that brings the price up to about $24, $26, $77, as you can see here. Okay, so I don't raise the price. I try to do a bundle where, like I said, A regular novel study is $19.75. And then with a bundle, it ends up being, it can be $23. So I'm only adding a few dollars on, but people love bundles. I don't know why, but they love bundles because they feel like they're saving money, or maybe they just want more. But you can take a short story and a nonfiction and a reading assignment and bundle them together. So the idea is to think, again, outside the box. What can I bundle that's different that teachers need? So, you know, when you're teaching, if you teach a novel, I know not all of you teach English, but if we teach a novel, within a novel unit, we also look at a nonfiction article that somehow relates to the novel. We might do a short story within the unit that is like themed. So what you can do is you can put together bundles by theme. That's a great way to do it. I have a Halloween bundle that has a nonfiction article about Dead Mountain. It's not really called Dead Mountain. I have a spooky short story in there, The Hitchhiker, and I have something else in there that's different, but they're all spooky stories, so they go into one bundle. Okay, so you'll see here, I have a theme for a certain book called Restart, and it's about a boy who used to be a bully, and he falls and he gets amnesia, and he goes back to school and he finds out that he used to be a bully and he's not that person anymore. And so with that unit, I will put a kindness challenge or a kindness lesson within that unit, because I have kindness lessons and kind of random one lesson things that I've done for like kindness day or for a single day of the year. So I added that in. This one, Wink. Let me show you this example. So Wink is also about bullying. It's about a kid who has cancer, and he has his eye cancer, and his eye is always looks different than everybody else's, and he's bullied for that reason. And so I went ahead and bundled a tolerant teaching lesson here. So it's a stations activity, and then I added in my kindness lesson here, okay? So you can do all kinds of things and be really creative and putting together bundles. And at first I thought, no, people just they're not gonna buy these because the items are too different, but people love them and they buy them. Here's another one, Into the Wild. What I bundled with that, it's obviously about a story out in nature, someone trying to survive. And what I bundled with that was To Build a Fire by Jack London, which is a short story. And I also put a stations activity inside of that as well. Okay, so be creative, look at all that you have, maybe come up with a list of themes like bullying, coming of age theme, friendship, family, refugee, those sort of themes, and then take different items from your store and bundle them together. Here's Blended by Sharon Draper. It's a novel study, and I have bundled it with a tolerant teaching activity, stations activity. And I've also added a short story called The Jacket. Blended is about racism, and The Jacket is about racism, but it's about Hispanics and racism, where Blended is about African Americans and racism. But they're two of the same themes, and they're dealing with the same issues. So I was able to put those together. Okay, we'll look at one more. Shouting at the Rain, also one of those bullying themes. So for Shouting at the Rain, it's a novel study, and I put it together with the kindness activity as well as the tolerant teaching activity, because everybody needs to have more tolerance, right? And we need to teach that to kids. So I was able to group those, and I never would have thought to put these items together. I just wouldn't have. And maybe you are thinking, duh, it seems really obvious to me. But it wasn't obvious to me. And that's why I think sometimes we have things right in front of our face that we're not seeing. And it's important to listen to other people and get inspirational ideas. Now that comes second to making products. I will always say product production is number one. Almost all of my traffic, just about all of it, comes from Teachers Pay Teachers. I make $3,000 a month. I don't put anything on Instagram. I barely do anything for Pinterest. I don't do anything for Facebook. I don't do anything on TikTok. I have a blog that I very sporadically write an article. It's been 6 weeks and I just wrote one yesterday. So I have a blog. I want it to be quality versus quantity. So I don't write an article unless I'm in the mood and I really want to do it. And I just haven't wanted to do an article for a length of time. And there's some weeks where I will write 4 articles. So, you know, it's very sporadic, but Teachers Pay Teachers is where most of your traffic is coming from. That work will be done for you. So get those bundles together, listen to other people, get ideas from other people, and start creating more bundles, make you some more money. All right, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.